Hello, and welcome to Let's Play Eric the Unready, Part 25. And when we left off, I had promised to go get her scarf. Realize that. Control, there we go. Alrighty, so now we're finally gonna get stuff done. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know, it's not like it's supposed to. Alright, whatever. South to the fairgrounds. We are going back to the shooting gallery, and we're gonna play. Da-da-da. So, this is the shooting gallery. I wonder if I do have a time limit. Sorry, if you remember in the dragon story, the dragon's gonna swoop down and pick someone up, so I'm worried that it's me and that I might have a limited time to do things, but we shall see. So I'm gonna shoot some targets. Shoot the targets. You fire the crossbow, but the quarrel misses the targets. The barker calls out to a passing girl, "I've got the time, honey, if you have the beer." Let's shoot more targets. The crossbow strikes a target. "Congratulations," says the barker. He hands you a chicken, which could be useful. Let's shoot the targets. The crossbow strikes a target. "Congratulations," says the barker. He gives you a whoopee cushion. A pretty young woman comes up to the barber and asks him for directions. "You can go anywhere you want, baby," he says, "and I'm just the man to take you there." The woman leaves in a hurry. You know, I have this gut feeling that you're getting these prizes to, like, so that, you can get the fool's hat. I could be wrong. Fire the crossbow. Is there one more prize? I think there's one more prize. I wish I remembered. The crossbow strikes a target. "Congratulations," says the barker. He hands you a noisemaker. A woman with a low-cut bodice walks past the pavilion. The barker clutches his chest and says, "I'm in love." Alright. Let's talk to him. I just want to see, because I think he, what do I get if I hit the target? A rubber chicken, a noisemaker, or a whoopee cushion. So I got everything that I can get from him for now. Except for possibly the crossbow. I think. Maybe. I hope. Hint, hint. Alright. Next. Now, I think something happens here if I wait a little. Don't get mad if I'm incorrect. Here, one of the strolling musicians wanders by. He plays the game and wins, but turns down the prize. Now, I probably should have shown you, but I have a feeling if I played this game, I wouldn't win, and it's one of those rigged carnival games. Alright. So, let's talk to this musician. How do you play that thing? "Well, right now I can't. It's missing a reed, and if I don't get one soon, I'll lose my job." "Why do you keep playing the game and then turning down the woodcuts?" "I'm just trying to buy time. That's the last set of woodcuts the elf has got. If I take them, he'll close up shop and go away." "Nice shades. Thanks. They're polarized, waterproof, fireproof, and shock resistant. Perfect for gigs with really tough crowds." "How do you keep beating the elf?" "He has his magic, I have mine." "Later, dude." So, let's try playing the game. Play the green shell. The green shell makes a poor musical instrument. That's not what I meant. Okay, play the game. "Certainly, sir," says the elf. He puts the pea under the blue shell and starts moving the shells around. After a moment, he stops and says, "Alright, where's the pea?" You turn over the blue shell, but discover nothing underneath it. The elf turns over the red shell to reveal the pea and says, "Sorry, better luck next time." You suddenly feel a few minutes older while the elf appears a few minutes younger. One of the strolling musicians wanders by. Same deal happens as before. Now, I think I forgot something from before that I'm gonna need. In here. See, right over here. Oops, I didn't want to drop, I want to examine. Examine the marble. It's a black marble about the size of a large beetle. You can take that. So let's try that. Oh, maybe you can't. Oh, okay. Right. The reason is there's a shade. Voila. So, for example, if I try to take the chamber pot, as you reach for the chamber pot, it brushes, the catapult fires, arches through the air, hits the closed window shade. The marble drops down into the viper's cage, falling directly into the viper's open mouth. The snake closes its mouth and makes ready to swallow the marble. Seconds later, he realizes his mistake, and he spits the marble out at high velocity. It strikes the gong with a very resounding clang, and the troll comes and spoils your fun. So, we now have to deal with that snake. We're gonna tie... How much time do... close to run out of time. Tie rubber band around Viper. Thinking very guilty thoughts, you put your hand inside the cage and slip the band over the Viper's mouth. The snake tries to hit at you, but it comes out... So now, take the catapult. It fires, it hits that, marble drops down into the Viper's cage and hits the Viper square on the face. The marble rolls out of the cage, the aardvark mistakes the marble for a large, particularly juicy black bug, and starts to give chase. He scurries across the table and crashes into the gong. So the next thing we have to solve... Cord. Oh right, yes. I have a bungee cord, so... Bungee cord... around aardvark. You hook one end of the bungee cord to the aardvark's collar and the other to the end of the table. Okay, I thought this was going to be a lot more cruel, but it's just a leash. See? It's nothing compared to the poor snake. Take chamber pot. Marble rolls out of the cage. The aardvark mistakes the marble for a large, particularly juicy bug and starts to give chase, but is soon pulled up short by the bungee. Not to be stopped, the aardvark unfurls his incredibly long tongue, which unfortunately gets entangled in the switch that activates the Crush-O-Matic. The huge weight falls to the floor and slams into the floorboard, which immediately pivots up and crashes into the gong. Same deal, as always. Almost out of time. Let's see if we can get that marble before... Alright, so the catch now, stand on... See how there's a floorboard there? In the list I pointed out. Stand on the board furthest away from the crush. See floorboard right there. Alright, now... Finally... Not to be stopped, the aardvark unfurls his incredibly long tongue, which unfortunately gets entangled in the switch, activates the Crush-O-Matic, a huge weight falls to the floor, and slams into the loose floorboard, which sends you flying up in the air. You do a double somersault in the air and land butt first in the chamber pot. You stagger to your feet and tug at the pot, but it is now firmly attached to your backside. Well, we got the chamber pot, yay! The marble seems to have disappeared, and the only positive note is that your activity doesn't seem to have alerted the troll. And it is time for us to go, and I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.